In this Money Smart Basics video, we begin by asking you this question. Have you considered what will happen to your family after you pass away? If you're a parent, you need to hear this. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos. Stay to the end to receive a bonus tip. The Johnson family was a picture of unity. They were the epitome of what many would call the perfect family, always together, always supportive of one another. They were loving, close-knit, and the envy of their small town. Their bond was evident in every interaction, every shared meal, and every family gathering. Patriarch George Johnson was a pillar of the community, a self-made businessman who built his life on hard work and integrity. His dedication to his work and his family was admired by all who knew him. His wife Martha was the heart of the family, known for her warmth and generosity. She was the glue that held the family together, always ensuring that everyone felt loved and cared for. They had 2 children, Sarah and David, who adored their parents and each other. Their home was filled with laughter, love, and the kind of memories that families cherish forever. Then, tragedy struck. George suffered a massive heart attack and died suddenly. The family was devastated. The loss of their patriarch was a blow that left them reeling, struggling to find their footing in a world without him. As they grappled with their grief, another crisis loomed, the daunting reality of settling George's estate. The emotional toll was compounded by the practical challenges they now faced. George, a practical man, had always intended to create a will, but had put it off, thinking he had more time. He believed that his meticulous planning in life would somehow extend to his passing. This procrastination proved to be a devastating mistake, leaving his family vulnerable to a cascade of unforeseen consequences. The lack of a will meant that the future George had envisioned for his family was now uncertain. Without a will, the distribution of George's assets was left to the state's intestacy laws. These laws, though designed to be fair, often failed to consider the unique circumstances and wishes of individual families. These laws, though well-intentioned, were not tailored to the Johnson family's specific needs and wishes. The family's hopes and dreams were now at the mercy of a system that didn't know them. The family home, the business George had poured his life into, and their life savings were suddenly caught in a web of legal complexities. The very foundation of their lives was now in jeopardy. What followed was a painful and protracted legal battle, pitting family members against each other, shattering their unity, and eroding the legacy George had worked so hard to build. The once close-knit family was now divided, their relationship strained by the stress and uncertainty. The Johnson family story is, unfortunately, not unique. Many families find themselves in similar situations, unprepared for the complexities that arise when a loved one passes without a will. It serves as a stark reminder of the importance of estate planning. Taking the time to plan for the future can prevent a world of heartache and confusion for those left behind. It's about protecting your loved ones, ensuring your wishes are honored, and leaving a legacy of love, not legal battles. Estate planning is a final act of love and responsibility, a way to ensure that your family can continue to thrive even in your absence.
Section 4. The Missing Will, a Recipe for Disaster. In the Johnson family's case, the absence of a will was catastrophic. Without a clear directive, their assets were subject to the state's intestacy laws, which are essentially a default plan that may not reflect your wishes. Intestacy laws vary by state, but they generally prioritize spouses and children. However, if you're unmarried, have complicated family dynamics, or own a business, these laws can be inadequate. Without a will, the court decides how your assets are divided, who cares for your minor children, and even who manages your business affairs. This lack of control can lead to disputes, resentment, and even legal battles among family members.
Section 5. When Grief Meets Greed, the Unraveling of a Family. The Johnson family's grief was compounded by the stress of navigating their father's estate without a will. Old wounds resurfaced, disagreements escalated, and what was once a united family began to unravel. The lack of clear instructions from their father left them in a state of confusion and mistrust. Sarah, believing she knew her father's wishes, felt entitled to a larger share of the inheritance. She was convinced that her father had intended for her to have more, given her role in the family business. David, still reeling from the loss of their father, felt betrayed by his sister's stance. He believed that their father would have wanted an equal distribution among all siblings. Martha, caught in the middle, was heartbroken to witness her children's unity crumble under the weight of their father's oversight. She had hoped that the family would come together in this time of grief. The situation spiraled into a legal battle, draining their financial resources and leaving them emotionally scarred. The legal fees mounted, and the emotional toll was even greater. The inheritance that was meant to provide for their future became a source of division and pain. The legacy their father had hoped to leave behind was now a symbol of their fractured relationships. As they looked back on happier times, they couldn't help but wonder how things had gone so wrong. The road to reconciliation seemed long and uncertain, but they knew it was a journey they had to undertake for the sake of their family's future.
Section 6. Probate nightmares, delays, disputes, and legal fees. Without a will, the Johnson family's estate was subject to probate, a legal process that validates the authenticity of a will, if one exists, and oversees the distribution of assets. This process is often necessary to ensure that the deceased's wishes are honored, and that the assets are distributed fairly among the heirs. Probate can be a lengthy and expensive process, especially when there are disputes among heirs. These disputes can arise from misunderstandings, perceived unfairness, or even long-standing family tensions that resurface during such stressful times. The Johnson family's case dragged on for months, bogged down by legal challenges and disagreements. Each family member had their own idea of what was fair, leading to heated arguments and further delays. Lawyers' fees mounted, eating away at the estate's value. Every additional hour spent in legal consultations and court proceedings meant less money for the heirs. The family home, once a sanctuary of love and laughter, became a point of contention, its future uncertain. The emotional attachment to the home only made the disputes more intense. The probate process, meant to provide closure, only added to the family's pain and financial burden. Instead of bringing the family together, it drove a wedge between them, causing lasting emotional scars. It highlighted the importance of proper estate planning and avoiding such protracted and costly legal battles. By taking the time to create a clear and legally binding will, families can spare their loved ones from unnecessary stress and financial strain. Are your loved ones protected?
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. With that, you are ahead of 90% of most people in America. Here is the bonus tip that we promise. Did you know? Your home can be a safety net. Start your estate planning by creating a will. It's the best way to ensure your home goes to your loved ones. Simple, right? The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and the content should not be construed as professional financial advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified financial advisor or other professional regarding your specific financial situation. The use of any information provided in this video is solely at your own risk. Please remember to like and subscribe for more Money Smart Basics videos.